Good morning, and welcome to my 100-day project. I'm sitting here quietly and peacefully, drinking my morning tea and thinking about what this day will bring of exciting things. Yeah, I know I have to make a collage here in a little moment, and this would be collage number 92 here in my 100-day project. I won't tell you a lot about it because it's nearly reaching the end here. This week here is left, and then 2 more days, and then all the 100 days have gone. But below here in the description box or under the little word more, depending on what device you're using, you can find a playlist, and you can find week 1 or day 1, and there I would explain everything what this is about. So I won't spend time doing that here. But for those of you who just have found this channel, my name is Lisbeth. I'm Danish, and I'm an abstract mixed media artist who do all sorts of different things like slow stitching and embroidery, jelly printing, mixed media, watercolor, yeah, you name it. All sorts of things where I can use my hand and my head and my heart combined to make beautiful things, and many of them have no purpose. They aren't meant for be used for anything other than I'd like to teach and show you things and for keeping me insane because I like to do things. I can't just sit in the sofa and watch telly the whole day. So let us see what today will bring. So I will find my materials and we can start making this day. But you can see all the other days are sitting here on my safety pin, and it's a quite big bunch. And there has to be a week more and 2 more days, and I exactly think they can fit in there. So that is quite nice. But I will put them away and then we can get started. My underpaper here where I'm working is so gross, but I have decided it would have to last for these 100 days, and then I would change it. But my substrate, watercolor paper, 425 GSM, quite sturdy, so it won't buckle very much. 10 by 10 centimeters, or in inches, I think it's about 4 by 4 inches. So that is clear. And from last week, I had these 2 papers carried over to this week. There are some small bits there. And then I have chosen these 2 papers here. And the turquoise paper is this lovely one. It's jelly print. Yeah, they are all jelly prints, but this is with a new placemat I have gotten from the... Yeah, it's a local shop we have here where I live. But placemats are very nice to use as mask or as stencils when you are jelly printing. And my special paper this week is this. I think it is rice paper with some gold print on it. I haven't made that myself. That's a board paper, but I think it looks very nice. So these are my 5 papers for this week. I like to tear some strips and small pieces out of the bigger pieces because I think it is easier to work with smaller pieces than it is to sit with a big piece of paper. And I also cut the white edges or tear the white edges off. So here I will just tear a long strip and perhaps some other sizes, so I have something to choose between. I think that's the easiest way to attack this. But of course there's many ways you can attack this. Yeah, now you can't see all my small pieces here, but they are lying all around me here, and I have a book for gluing here beside me. So I really like this paper, so I think it has to have a a nice amount of it in every of my collages. And yeah, let me see what I can come up with. Just cut this one. So I just start playing, and again, this is too small. Perhaps this bigger piece here. It's a funny curve it has there, and I think I would take advantage of that. These two papers are pretty much looking the same. That isn't perhaps so clever chosen, but let us see here. Something like this. And when I start gluing them down, I will make it so that these three strips aren't the same size, if I can manage to do that. But something like this, and then there's the gold paper. And yeah, do I want a little square in there, or do I just... I think I will start. I don't know if I can tear this. Yeah, I can. It is quite easy to tear, in fact. And then yeah, it went to pieces. I want. It is very brittle, this paper, but something like this could work. But I think I will glue these papers down first, and then see where to put my gold pieces. So away with them, and then I will go for this here. And I am only gluing the first one. For the rest of the week there will be in this video, I won't be gluing. That isn't so interesting with all this gluing. With that white thing there. So let us see here. And then this piece with the black. When I'm done here, the next week, I have so many leftovers, and I am planning to do a video where I will punch a lot of circles out of all these leftover papers and make something with them. But we will see what it will be. And make a double, a spread in my big Monday Mornings Mixed Media book, and using all my leftover papers from this project here. Oh, I think I will change this paper here, my glue book, and then there's this one here. Yeah, I think that looks quite nice. It is always easier to be clever afterwards, or in hindsight. Perhaps these two papers are too much the same, but I can do a little more about this there. I can paint it a little more black, and perhaps that will do so they aren't so much like each other. They are totally the same, but color-wise, I think they perhaps are a little too close, because, as I have said many times through this video, through this project here, for me it's about contrast. That's contrast in shapes, contrast is in sizes, contrast is in color, contrast in value. These are the things that make such a small piece as this exciting, or a collage exciting. For me it is. Of course, I can't tell you what's exciting for you, but perhaps I should share it so it nearly went round like this here. That could be nice. And yeah, no surprise, I will put it there. And then again, perhaps, yeah, it's hard to see now, but again, the rule of thirds, if you haven't heard of it, you have this square and you divide it up in 9 areas, and there, and there, and there, and there. Doot, 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 doot. That is where your eyes like to go for a focal point, and humans can call this a focal point. So I will place it exactly there. So that was quite easy to decide that it should sit there. It nearly melts into the papers there where there isn't gold on the paper. It melts into the other papers. And on with my lid, so I have it use it glue stick tomorrow. But I think I will try to give this a little more black, so perhaps there is a difference to this paper down here. And I think also I will give it a line here, black line there, and my water brush, so get it going. Yeah, there is water in. You can see that changed it a lot, making this black, a lot more black. That was a good decision, I think. There, and there's some white there, and you know I don't like white spots, so I will have to find a brown one in this color, and I think this is. And then I will wipe my brush off here on my glue book. Yeah, that was nearly the same color as the other one above. Could we also give this yellow? I have there. This is my Karen Doss new color 2, and I really like them for this kind of work. It just gives, you can nearly always find a color that matches your your papers and give it that little extra if you want to give it a more poof. Yeah. So this here is how it ended up, and I will find my thing to write with, and here day 92, and it is the 25th of May 2025, and it is week, I think there was missing something, week 14. Yeah, that was a nice start. So I will see you again tomorrow. Bye bye. Good morning. I have been up early and I already made the collages, and surprise, surprise, this special paper is sitting exactly as I talked about yesterday, here in the junction between these lines here. And I think that looks nice, but I think I will give this a little extra black here, just yeah, that must be enough, and then I would wipe it off. And I have already written on the back week 14, day 93, and it is the 26th of May. And on with my lid so I don't, no, not I dry out, but my glue stick dry out. So this is how it ended up. Quite a lovely one. I think it is good I paint more black to these papers so it isn't so much this paper there. But take care, and I will be here again tomorrow. Hello, 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 and welcome to day 94, and it is the 27th of May, and I have already started here, so I don't make all the collages from beginning to end in the videos here for the whole week, because then the videos will be monster long, and yeah, nobody will benefit from that. But I have drawn more black there and some yellow there and some orange there with my Caran d'Ache and with my Derwent. So it is just to put my water brush on, and I always start with the lightest color first if there by accident is any more colors left, and I have been starting with the black. There would be black on my yellow piece, and I don't think I like that. And that gives it a little extra oomph, this one here. Yeah. And then the black here, just a little extra. So there. And I have already torn this little piece out, and no surprise, I want it there, or I want it up there. But since I just painted this black and I like to see the black, it would end up down here. It end up here down. It will be placed down here in this area. They aren't so visible as I had imagined, and that must be because the papers where there isn't any paint on gets a little translucent when I glue them down. But if it is rice paper, as I think it is what often happens. So yeah, let me quickly write here. Week 14, day 94. And it is 27th of May 2025. So done with that. So be ready. I will be here again tomorrow. Good morning, and welcome to day 95 here in my 100-day project. This is what my table looked like yesterday when I left it, and you can see there's a lot of small bits and bobs lying there. And I can remember last week I made one where I just randomly picked one I think fits in size-wise and not talk so much about composition, and it ended up quite nice. So I think I will see if I can do something like that. But of course I want this piece here to be the star, if you can say so. So I think I will go for a strip in the middle and then do all the small things here on both sides. So I think I will just glue this piece down here. And I know it has a straight edge on the one side and a tone edge on the other, but I think I will cover them up when I start layering. So I don't think that matters very much here in this case. But it is always, not always, but it is also something you can play with, is tone edges and straight edges. That also gives it vibrancies in your collages. But let us see if we can use some of all these small bits here and glue some of them down and see what happens. I just pick them randomly. Go for there. No rhyme or reason, just doing. And you can see I let this one go in there, and then you can see a little peak of the yellow there, and I like that. Oh, what is the last paper? This is the one here. Can I off with the white edge, and there, that one can go. Yeah, that's too small. Yeah, let us see here what we can come up with. How about that one there? And I know there is a white line at the top, but I will cover that up. Yeah. Yeah, that was exactly too small, so I think I'll move it a little in here. Put some more glue on there. And then this piece can go there. And again, I pushed it a little further down than the yellow one, so the line isn't, it goes. And what else can I come up with? I think it would be nice with this black line down in the yellow. And again, there's a straight line there, but I know I will be covering that up. So yeah, I think I would put that one there, but then there's missing something there of the yellow, so I will have to, I can use this piece here, I think, and just put that there. That is really a puzzle I'm into here. And I don't mind there's a line there. And then I can put this one up here. There. And there. And then there's missing something down there. Is it the yellow one again? I think so. So it won't be so dark and moody. That's really a funny way to make a collage, this piece, like doing it like this. Not much auditioning or planning, just gluing and see what happens. If you're one of those persons who can take a lot of time and use a lot of time making collages and don't know where to put your papers, and I know some struggle with that, try to do it like this and perhaps set a timer on and don't think so much of the outcome, but just think of do something and make your hands work and not think so much. Sometimes that can be a good practice, and I think it looks quite strange, this one here, and I can turn it all these different ways here. And I know I made it this way here, but in fact I like it better this way. Yeah, I do. So I will find a focal point, and yeah, I know what the focal point is, because this is a little piece here, but I will figure out where to place it. And then I will make some marks. Yeah. Could always decide also to put it in there, in the middle, in the turquoise one. Not there, I would very seldom put a piece in quite in the middle. But it could also look up nice up there. Yeah, there are many options for this one here to place it, but I think I will go for it up here. Whoops. Yeah, and I know it's in the black, but so it must be. So I will take care of some of the white edges and I figure out where I want my black lines. So I painted this black and I painted a black line there, and this is what it ended up like. So I will just write on the back here, week 14, day, oh my, time flies, 28th of May 2025. Okay, done with that. So see you tomorrow, and excited to see what tomorrow will bring. And remember my lid here, and I will just leave my table like this. Yeah, hi. I have a busy day, so I have been up early and already made my collage for today. So day 96, the 29th of May, and this is how it ended up. It is quite dark compared to the others, and that must be because there's only such a small piece of yellow in there, and painted it more black there, and instead of having two stripes with that stripe and a stripe with that and a stripe with that, I divided the papers up and put them on the opposite there to try to do it a little different. So yeah, I like it, but it is quite dark. So let me see, I can make one tomorrow that is more light in. So be here again tomorrow. I will be here too. Bye bye. Good morning. I am already done with today's little collage, and it ended up like this. I made a black line here, and I highlighted this a little more with black and put my focal point there, and two places this time, and a lot of more of the yellow to give it a little more light in, because I thought the one yesterday was quite dark. So it's quite okay. So I will hurry up and write here on the back, week 14 and day 97, and it is the 3rd May 2025. Only 3 more days to go. But tomorrow I will make the last collage for this week here, and then there will be a small video for week. That must be week 15, but there will only be 2 days, and then I will see if I can take pictures of all the 100 of them and tell you a little about my feelings about, or what I have thought about, and my thoughts about this year's 100-day project. But I will just leave my table here for now, and then I will see you tomorrow for the last one. Take care. Good morning, and welcome to day 98 here in my 100-day project. And you can see what happens, even though I talk a lot about putting your lid on your glue stick, and I had left it there from yesterday. So I will see if I can get it going or I will have to get another one, but we will see. These are the leftover papers I have for the last one here in this week, and then I have a lot of this here, and I was thinking about something with perhaps some long stripes. I feel like long strips. Yeah, do you say strips or stripes? I know what the difference is, but I think I mix up the words sometimes when I'm talking, but nothing new but there. It's just my incomplete English. But yeah. I think it would be too boring to put. I don't know if I can make them even smaller than this. I will try. Yeah, I could. So let me see here if I can tear this one without ending up with small bits instead. Yeah, it ended up here. But then there's this one, and this is long enough. Perhaps 3 is enough. There, yeah. And since I have this big piece of yellow, perhaps I could put them on there and do something over there with the last one. Put some pieces going that way with the 3 other papers. I think I will see what that looks like. So I don't know why it is so satisfying tearing papers, but it is. There, and then a strip of this. That's the smallest one. There and there. Something like this, and I'm doing a little audition right now. I can see. Put one there and the 2 others here on the yellow one. I don't know if that's too much. Perhaps it is better to have them all 3 over here instead. I will wait and see how it looks, but I will glue these down as they were sitting there. And now I will see if I can get my glue stick to move again. Yeah, I just tapped it a little off here. Yeah, it's fine again. But it was also a fresh juicy one when I started it. There's nothing worse than an old glue stick or glue stick from of a bad quality that isn't nice to work with. It has to be juicy and moisty and easy to smooth around. And I have found these ones. I have tried a lot of different brands, and some I like and some I don't like. But here in Denmark we have it's like a dollar store, I think you can call it. And before all this craziness here in the world started, they were costing about a little over $1 or about £1. But now they have gotten more expensive, but I think it is a good quality for that price, and I like to work with them because they are always fresh and juicy. I haven't have any experience with some old ones, and that is nice. But of course you could have used matte medium for this. There's nothing wrong with that. But the drying time is longer, and when I'm filming here, it is easier to use a glue stick. And also, your substrate will buckle much more the more liquid your glue is. And of course you can put it under pressure afterwards, or give the back side also so it would lie flat. But I like this way here, and if you asked me if it's in a archival one, and I would say no, it isn't, but I don't care. I am making museum pieces. If they last my time, I would be happy, more than happy. I'm making them because I enjoy making them and not for much else. Yeah, I think I would glue them all on as close as I can, and this one hasn't any white edges, so I will start with this one and go so close to the edge here as I can. There. And then I think I will take care of the white edges before I glue it down. Or I will paint it before I glue it down. Don't think I would put water on this one here. Oh, I have so many things here on my table. But today I can clean it up. Not clean it up, but I can remove most of the things, because next video will be new papers, 2 new papers, and only 2 small collages. So that is manageable. And I know perhaps this would be enough, but I think 2 is the wrong amount. And right now I'm thinking about putting it this way instead, and then I can put the focal point there, or perhaps there. I will just give it a little here with my Caran d'Ache on the white borders. I don't like them. Yeah, I like white borders when I'm doing black and white collages. Then I think that the white borders could give something extra. And do I want it slam bam in the middle, or do I want it a little further down? Perhaps there, or there? No, I want it here. Can I see? Yeah, you have one opinion until you have the next. And that is your artistic right to change your mind. There, and away with all these small bits and bobs there. And then I need a piece of this here. Oh, sorry for my arm. There, it isn't much I have been using of this paper here. And I think, I know I have torn all the others more round, but it would be obvious to do the same here. But perhaps because of this, it was nice. It is more squarey. Oh, I could put it this way. No, I would go for the round ones, so they look like the other ones. Yeah, no more good ideas. This is really tricky to do. So on with the glue and place it there. Yeah, and yes, remember that. And on with the date, week 14, day 98, and it is the 31 of May to there. And let me see if it needs some black some places, and I think I will highlight this and perhaps this, and I think there's a much that all the lines are nearly going this way, so I think I will go for a line the opposite way here instead, and a little more orange there perhaps, so give it a little more oomph. Yeah, and wipe that off, blacken this up here and here, and the black line there. Yeah, it's like something it looks like this is sitting behind, and yeah, it's an illusion, I know, but I like that. And it didn't went so dark because there's this big yellow piece there. So I will take some close-ups at the end and find another substrate to place them on so we can look at them and see them. But I will do that. So here they are, all the 7 of them, and I think they look nice together. But I can see the cat has run with my measurement, because this one is quite smaller and this one too. It doesn't matter here because these are not going to be used for anything, but I know sometimes I make 4 where I like them so much together, so I glue them up on some canvas or a cradle board or something, and then of course I want them to be exactly the same size, but I could always cut a little of the top up there, but I don't know what happened. I have pre-cut all the hundreds before I started doing the 100 egg project here, so I had them ready. So because perhaps I was getting tired at the end of cutting all these pieces here, I don't know. But if I should say something else, some of the papers are perhaps too much the same, so that's why it was a good choice to paint more black on these papers that wasn't so black, and gives this paper and this paper more orange, so it won't be so much the same as this one. And then the black lines of course can do something, it gives it a little extra oomph. But all in all, I'm quite satisfied with this week here, and I think it is a nice element with these roundish circles there. So I will take some close-ups at the end of the video, and I would say I hope you have been inspired and perhaps learned some tips and tricks and what to do and perhaps what not to do, and hope it is helpful for you, so you can figure out what you like and what you don't like. And the 100-day project is nearly over now, but you can always set some goals for yourself, and you don't have to do it at the official dates like I have been doing here. There are so many ways. Find a friend, do a project together with a friend, exchange things, do something that keep the pot boiling. That's the only way to get better. But if you have liked to follow my project here, and if you like what you have been seeing, please give my video a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing my little Danish channel. It isn't the easiest thing to be a Danish channel in this English-speaking world. I had to work hard to get people to see my things compared to others, I think. Or perhaps it can also be it's not so interesting. Of course I don't know that, but I don't hope it is like that. But I will see you in a week, and then I will do the 2 last days in this 100-day project of mine. So I would only say take care and be creative. Stay safe in these difficult times, all of you. Bye bye.